Hi everyone, it's Phil here again from Ashland Leather, and welcome to a special quarantine lockdown edition of Ashland Daily Wallets, different leather goods to show you today. A bunch of amazing shell Cordovan items, and I really wanted to start off here with something special for all of you that are locked down at home. This is a new flash sale that I've got, and this is a really special piece. This is a Tony the Ant in whiskey shell Cordovan, and whiskey shell Cordovan is very difficult to get because the Horween Leather Tannery doesn't make this color very often. And this color is very nice. It's highly coveted. A lot of people try to find this on different pieces of footwear. We were lucky enough to get in a small batch of this exceptional color and made a little round of whiskey shell Tonys here. And the Tony the Ant is a really great sort of crossover wallet. It's not a full minimalist style, but I like to suggest it to minimalists. If you're familiar with the Fat Herbie and you like the aesthetic of the Fat Herbie, but you're looking for something a little smaller, I suggest the Tony the Ant to those people. And that's because it has the same idea of the Fat Herbie with the bill slot on the back. And we have 4 card slots on the inside. This does not lay as flat as the Fat Herbie because the cards are stacked on top of each other. And what's also cool about the cards on the inside is the larger 2 card slots can hold folded cash. So if you're looking to hold a bunch of stuff and keep a nice minimalist style here, this Tony the Ant and whiskey shell is a great choice. I highly suggest it. And I have a few belts here today that I wanted to offer you. There's only these 3 that I have, and I had these sitting around. These were special prototypes made in a few different leathers here. And this first one is Black Dublin, and this has a chrome buckle. And this Black Dublin belt is a 38. And the way that we measure our belts, or we suggest for you to size for your belt, is to take your current belt and measure it from the, I call it the pin of the buckle, right where the leather wraps around the buckle section here. Measure from there to the current hole that you are using. And if you measure that number and it's a 38, that's the size you want to order. They tend to be a little bigger than you would think. So my jean size, for example, I usually get a 34 jean, but our belts are 36 that fit me. So you probably are going to size up 2 inches to properly size these belts. And this is a really special belt. We had a special order for a larger brand about a year ago, and this was the first prototype we did in English Tan Dublin, and I'm wearing an English Tan Dublin belt right now that I'm really enjoying. I like the color of this one. It's firm yet soft. It's a very comfortable belt, but this one has a special little test in the center. Right. Hidden in the center here, it says made in the USA, and it has the star from the Chicago flag, and it says 00 out of 50. This was sort of our trial run prototype to see how that would look on these belts. So this is a one-of-a-kind belt here that not be very expensive. I think we're going to put these up for $60. And this one is a size 36. And the last belt here that I want to offer to you is Natural Chrome Excel, and this one is 38. So measure your current belt. If the hole you hit is 38, this one is for you. We do have 5 holes in here that are spaced 1 inch apart, and the middle hole is measured to 38. So it would be 39 to 40 on the side, the farthest side, and 37 and 36 on the smallest. So that gives you a sense of the range of size here. And what's really cool about this Natural Chrome Excel is I just before I'm filming this, I did an unboxing video for some very special footwear that I don't want to reveal to you just yet. But the footwear I got is also a Natural Chrome Excel. And I'm looking across the table here at the new footwear I got, and it matches very nicely to this Natural Chrome Excel belt. So if you have a natural pair of shoes or boots or something, this would be a really good casual belt to match that. Let's move on to some of the wallets that we're shipping out today, and I've got 2 of these really interesting Johnny the Fox. And this is color number 8 shell Cordovan on the outside, and just the shells on these are super smooth, bright and shiny, very nice. This one on the left here is a little bit more wrinkly texture, which I think is really cool as opposed to the other one, just a little flatter in texture. They visually appear to have texture, but it is flat and smooth. And the inside of this, I think the Color 8 looks fantastic with the mock interior. I just like this light sand, light tan shade, and how that matches up with the Color 8. I just think it's a really cool looking Johnny the Fox here. Up next, I have another Johnny the Fox, and this one is really cool. This is English tan Dublin, just like the belt I showed you earlier. I've been having a love affair with the English tan Dublin for the last 6 months or so, but I've always really liked it, and I'm enjoying it more and more every time I see it. What's really great about this leather is the natural grain character that you see in it. A lot of leathers these days are very heavily finished, and they start to look more like finish or paint than they do leather, and this is very much the opposite of that. Very natural looking, and I love the color on the English tan Dublin. The English tan on the surface is a little bit darker, a little bit more orange, and when you flex it and crease it, it has a little bit of a tonal range to it. So you can see the undertones of the leather are more of like a orangey sand, light tan shade that is very, very nice. So I love this Johnny the Fox. In the inside, we have, again, a mock horsehide interior. The mock horsehide interior, the mock part of it is just a color name. I believe it's a shortened name for moccasin. It's just a light tan shade. But we had these pieces of leather made specially for us, the horsehides that we use on the inside of our Johnny the Fox. This was designed by Horween Leather Company to be as thin as possible, as long-lasting as possible, very strong, but it also developed a nice patina over time. And I have one more wallet, Johnny the Fox wallet to show you. This one is in another piece of Dublin, but this is black Dublin. And check out the grain character on this one. This is one of the more extreme, sort of pebbled looks on the Dublin that we tend to see. It's usually not this dramatic, but what I really like about this one is how it pairs with the interior. So the black and teal together, I just think are a super cool look. A lot of people have been picking these up lately. I just think it's just a very interesting, unique wallet to have. Last up today, and look at this Tony the Ant. The inside of this one is super cool looking. This is intense blue shell Cordovan. A lot of nice aqua undertones on this intense blue, and sometimes it looks a little darker at certain angles. It looks a little bit more like a navy. I love the inside of this one with the blue shades, but also with the Horween stamp down the middle. The outside, again, intense blue shell Cordovan. This is a great looking Tony the Ant to go along with that other one we have on flash sale right now, the Whiskey Shell Cordovan. If you're looking to try out a new wallet, this would be a very helpful time for us to receive your support. So it means a lot that you guys are supporting us. Really, really appreciate it. And I hope you love this Whiskey Shell Tony the Ant. Stay tuned on the channel here because I've got an unboxing video for something really special. You're not going to want to miss that one. Until next time, have a good one.